Thank I saw this big long bio up here earlier and I was like, oh no, I hope they're not going to read the whole thing. So thank you. After a while you're like, oh, I probably need to shorten that up. So I am glad to be here today. Came in yesterday and been touring around all day today. And so want to give you a little bit about the presentation, and then at the end we're going to kind of open it up and have a discussion. So the very first thing, if you want to turn off now and when you go home tonight and your spouse says, what was that presentation that you went to today? You can go ahead and tell them, even if you don't hear anything else I say. And that's attracting investment and jobs is more competitive than ever. And being prepared creates a competitive advantage. So I'll come back to this a little later, but this is kind of the theme of the presentation, and I want you to remember this as we go through it. So what are we going to talk about? I'm going to tell you a little bit more about McCallum Sweeney Consulting. Then I'm going to talk about the site selection process, how companies actually decide where to locate new facilities. Then we're going to talk about site readiness, actually having the properties ready for those projects. And then talk about some characteristics of successful communities. And then at the end, I'll open it up for any questions that you may have. Also, I want to note is that the presentation will be available electronically later, so you don't have to write down every single word of every single slide. So first, McCallum Sweeney Consulting. We are almost 16 years old. In July will be 16. We were started by Ed McCallum and Mark Sweeney. They were doing the same exact thing we're doing now at Floor Construction Firm. As we said, we are experts in site selection and incentive negotiation services. That means our primary business is working with our corporate clients to decide the best location for either a new facility, a consolidation, or an expansion. For our team, there's 10 of us. We're based in Greenville, South Carolina, which is the picture at the bottom. It used to work out really well for this picture because our office was right there smack dab in the middle of that picture. But now we're up Main Street, and it's just not near as a pretty picture as the Falls. Over our almost 16 years, we've announced $6 billion in investment and 20,000 jobs. And then on our economic development side that I'll talk about in a minute, we've certified more than 100 sites, and we have 100 in the hopper that'll be certified within the next 12 to 18 months. So who are our clients? Our clients kind of fit in three buckets. Manufacturing projects, distribution projects, and our office projects are all almost corporate headquarters. So for example, Hertz there in the middle, a few years ago we helped them move their corporate headquarters from New Jersey down to Florida. We've done numerous distribution facilities for Dollar General. I've done them for Nissan as well. And then on the manufacturing side, which makes up the bulk of this, some of our major clients over the years have been Shaw Floors, Carpeting, Northrop Grumman, Aerospace. We did a Nissan automotive manufacturing facility. So a wide variety of industries. We don't just work in one main sector. And this shows where our announcements have been as our history of McCallum Sweeney Consulting. And the blue are the manufacturing projects. So that's kind of our predominant industry that we work in. As was mentioned, we also do evaluation and certification programs, and these also kind of fit in three main buckets. One are states. We run the statewide programs for South Carolina, for Iowa, and for Wyoming, three very different states. We also do a lot of work with utilities, such as our partnership with Duke over the years. And then the third is private landowners. You see up there Plum Creek, Midwestvaco, and TerraPoint. These are large timber companies that have realized that some of their properties, the highest and best use is not for timber production, but it's for industrial